Hello, my name is Patricia Potts, and I am the first author and collaborator of Our Journey from Darkness to Light, How 15 Women Chose Strength Over Weakness. And I just want to share with you a little bit of my story in this book. It begins on page 7. Please tell me I'm okay. By the time I was 27, I realized that I wasn't going to receive daily doses of approval from Dan, my husband. By then, I needed those doses, so I continued looking for approval from others. I increased the number of students in my home preschool and daycare, and before long, I had 42 students and 2 employees. I tried to be the first one to welcome new neighbors and made sure that all of my church assignments were completed promptly. Sure enough, my efforts began to bring forth fruit. I received "You're okay" votes. I thought my plan was succeeding until the day Johnny, my preschool student, chose to swing his chair around and around near the basement entrance to our home preschool. Johnny refused to listen to me or anyone else as he knocked a few kids down. It was at this awkward moment the parents began arriving to pick up their children. I was embarrassed at the sideways looks and hurried retreats. They shouted so loudly to my heart, "What's wrong with you? Can't you control him?" I had just blown it in front of all those parents. Where could I find people who weren't disappointed in me now? When I was in high school, there was always some other club to join. Here, in real life, I was running out of categories. By my count, I had already disappointed the parents, the employees in my preschool, my husband by not being the perfect homemaker or wife, my siblings because I wasn't very close to any of them, my children for a myriad of reasons, and who knows who else. I even felt that God must be disappointed in me. Depression stinks. You're right, I'm a terrible person. After the preschool fiasco, I moped around the rest of the afternoon. I had no desire to do anything except lie on the couch. I was nearly 5 months along with our 3rd child, and my rounding stomach felt uncomfortable as I repeatedly changed positions. Dan came home after a tiring day of work. He had an upcoming grueling 3-day CPA exam on his mind. As he turned into the driveway, he noted the burned-out spots on the lawn, the weeds, the toys scattered around. Reaching our glass screen door, he grimaced at the many small fingerprints that were there. Our 5-year-old daughter, Cindy, who wore unmatched clothes and uncombed hair, met him at the door just as he bent down to pick up our 2-year-old daughter, Heidi. He was dismayed when Heidi's urine-soaked diaper soiled the sleeve of his suit. "Patty," he called up the stairs from our split-level home. "What's going on here? The kids are a mess. The lawn is looking terrible. Have you watered it today?" Watering the lawn had been the least of my worries on this particular day, and his comment only made me mad enough to duke it out with him. I retorted, "Why don't you ever turn the sprinklers on yourself?" The battle was on, but not for long. I hated fighting, and besides, I had allowed Dan to play the parent figure in my life for so long that whatever he said must be right anyway. "You're right," the martyr in me admitted as I melted into the kitchen chair. "I'm a terrible wife. I'm a horrible mother. I just can't do anything right," I said. Without a word, Dan gathered the girls and trudged downstairs to the family room while I retreated to the bedroom. In the preceding year, I had been involved in Amway, a multi-level business, while I retreated to the bedroom. I hope you'll continue reading more from Our Journey from Darkness to Light and hear the rest of this story.